Welcome to The Lumber Ghost Mysteries, Episode 2, Season 1. In this episode, things get weird. Things get dangerous. For more information, please visit actualstorypodcasting.com. And now, let's go.
It's not impossible to explain why all my friends are strange. See this and nobody can see. Our town built upon a mystery, and everything's about to change. Calling every kid in the sound of my voice. We're not fine. We're not fine. Calling every kid in the sound of my voice. It's our time. It's our time. And we're back and more. And we're back and more. Neither you who knows how to shine. This is our time.
I play Kelly, a brilliant mathlete, and I'm doing okay on those drums. I'm really pretty certain that every lighthouse on the island is haunted.
I'm CJ, and I'm a young provider. I'm often wondering where my parents went 7 years ago, and why do I have to help support my family?
I'm Phaedra. I'm a little weird. I'm a loner. I'm practicing my new wave keyboards because, they're cool. And I like to dumpster dive and make artsy stuff.
Hey, this is Chance. I play bass or whatever, I guess. I just, trying to make it through until I can get off this island.
So, the name's Cliff, and I think that not only is every lighthouse haunted here on the island, but it's probably filled to the brim with some sort of frozen Nazi super robot at the end of the day. Probably.
So
Some
after
sort of-
lunch, all of you are in Mr. Lyman's history class, so you can keep talking on your way there. But the flow of kids is moving around. On Tater Tot Day, a lot of tots accidentally, mysteriously get thrown across the cafeteria randomly. So you do have to watch on your way out that you don't slip on some tots.
Okay, I'm just going to put this out there. What kind of pants are we wearing? Like I noticed in music videos, there's a lot of tight pants. I don't have any tight pants. So,
You want to talk about costume already? We don't even have we just barely got a name and we don't have any songs. But you want to talk about what we're wearing?
yeah.
Okay.
I
Cool.
kind of thought you'd be all over that, Phaedra.
Well, okay, kinda I am. But I'm just saying. I think maybe we should all hit up the thrift store and see what kind of cool stuff that we can find. And I can always rebuild it or sew some, trim down the seams on the outer legs of the pants or make the legs tighter or.
Yeah, I just feel like the pants make the band, usually.
If you can bedazzle my flares, I'm down. That'd be great.
Do you have a bedazzler?
I knew you would.
I'm not into wearing tights.
You
Like
say
girl
as you
tights.
enter your history classroom. And,
I just kind of shrug at Mr. Lyman as we walk by.
oh, but Mr. Lyman's not here. So Jeff did hear that thing about tights and mutters something like, yeah, don't like wearing tights. Sure. But CJ, you look to Mr. Lyman to shrug, and you see that he's not there. There's a lady, an adult lady, perhaps a substitute, there instead. She's got short brown hair and is wearing a not the kind of skirt that a lot of the subs wear, but she's wearing slacks. She looks nice. She also has kind of like wide eyes, a little like she's a little nervous. She's kind of smiling at everyone as they come in. The bell rings. And everyone takes their seats, I assume.
Yeah, I walk down to the F row and take my seat in the F row next to Cliff, who is, of course, on the DF axis itself. He is the fulcrum of the DF axis. You know, the D's down the left-hand side of the wall, and then the F's across the back of the room.
Just so long as I got a clear line of sight to either of the exits, that's all I ever cared about.
I'm going to go up and talk to the teacher real quick.
Okay. She kind of, notices you coming, and instead of smiling, she just opens her eyes wider.
And I'm going to say, hey, I'm the TA. You want me to take roll? Would that help you?
She says, and goes back to the desk, rifles around a little bit, and comes up with a list of names. Do you want to take roll?
Oh, I just want to make things run smooth and keep everything going.
Oh, thanks. You know what, everybody? And her voice gets just a little bit louder, like she's a little nervous. And the bell rings, and she goes, okay. She goes and she closes the door. She says, my name is Miss Crenshaw. I am your emergency substitute. I'm not sure what happened. I got a phone call, and now I'm here. And this is, she looks down at her papers, history. Right? This is history?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. And she looks through the papers again, and we have very little instruction for what I am doing. I have, I'm collecting your papers. That's what I'm doing. Let's see.
Oh, we had paper.
And this is a good paper. This is one that actually everybody kind of enjoyed. She said, okay, so Mr. Lyman said to collect, you spent the last month researching something about the island and writing 2 pages on it. Well, she looks up and kind of smiles. That sounds like a lot of fun. That's great. I'll tell you what, let's go through the attendance sheet, and I will take attendance while collecting your paper. Now, here's the thing. You tell it, just as I collect it, just tell me the title of your paper, quickly what it's about. And then, if that information comes up in your adventure, you'll get a bonus on a roll for knowing information that you wrote your paper about. So, first on the list, CJ Bowman. Where is CJ?
Here I am.
Okay, great. And she points to Chance, who's still probably standing next to her. If you want to collect the papers from the students who when it's their turn to hand them in, that would be great. That would help me so much. She sits behind the desk with nice posture. So CJ, what was your paper about?
My paper was about the most explored cave on the whole island. It is the largest and most thoroughly explored by the Most Explorers Cave. It is known locally as Mater Scotia, which translates roughly into Latin as Scott's mom.
Okay. I did not know that, actually. Chance, you got the paper? Collect the papers when they're handed in?
There is such a cave. It is not known as Mater Scotia. It is known as Devil's Deep.
Okay. Good.
I made up on the spot, of course, that it was Mater Scotia.
Great. Excellent. That sounds very interesting. Let's see. Next is Scott Chambers. Scott goes into his Trapper Keeper and takes out a paper, and he says, my paper's on student athletes in the history of the island that have broken records. That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in sports and just excelling physically. That's my thing. Okay, she says. Great. Next is
He manages to make an open report sound aggressive.
I like to dominate people physically.
next is Jeff Draganza. Jeff raises his hand. Yeah, I wrote about the history of celebrities that come to the island. Some of the people that own houses around here. I just that's all. I just like thinking about the celebrities and staying up on that kind of thing, knowing who's coming and going. Okay, great. Research on local celebrities. That sounds good. Phaedra Danvers.
I'm here. So I wrote my paper on the history of the lumberyard that my dad owns, and also the story of the oldest houses that were built from the wood that came through this lumberyard.
That is fascinating. That's going to be very exciting for Mr. Lyman to read, I bet. He's going to really enjoy that. Let's see. Tommy Isaacs. Tommy's also sort of like in the C to D section.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of nods, takes out his paper and says, yeah, as an Eagle Scout, I wrote mine on the history of State Forest. I spent a lot of time in there hiking. That's what I did.
Okay.
Okay, great. Next is Jenny Krasinski. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I did mine on lighthouses. I like lighthouses. And she looks at Kelly, right?
Yeah, they're haunted.
Yeah. I didn't put in much about ghosts. I couldn't find much. She kind of looks at you apologetically. I couldn't find much about ghosts during my research, but I wrote about the lighthouses. Okay, great. Shanae Murphy, who's wearing her "I'm not American, I'm Irish" shirt. Says, yeah, my paper's on famous Irish Americans from Martha's Vineyard. This is what she's always writing about. Next is Patrick O'Leary.
His parents were famous Irish people from this island.
He leans forward and says, yeah, mostly I just talked with my older brothers about drug smuggling because the main thing I learned is that because we're an island, you can kind of sail your boat up with whatever you want in it and just like bring it right onto the island. And my brother knows a lot about that. And so I talked to him, and then there was this other guy he introduced me to, and I wrote about that. And he said that it was really easy to like just bring whatever you want onto the island. And he has another minute or so monologue about drug smuggling before he stopped.
Like perchance cocaine would be one of these things.
I mean, the guy that I was talking to, he looks at you. Like, the guy I was talking to at the harbor said that you wouldn't believe how much cocaine is just brought onto this island every day. Every day, there are boats out in the harbor filled with cocaine. That's what this guy at the harbor said.
You were talking to Shy Pete, weren't you?
Like, he looks at you and it's like, I can't say. All of my interviews were off the record. Okay, that's also fascinating. Holly Renard. Where's Holly? Holly kind of looks up. She has big curly hair. Hands over her paper. And she says, "Yeah, I just wanted to write about just like, the roads and how some of the roads became bike paths and so some of the bike paths are originally trails. And that's all I really know." Okay, that's great. Says Mrs. Crenshaw. Sounds like a good paper. Thank you. Chance Ridley.
Present.
Oh, great. What is your paper about?
Oh, it's about the Flying Horse Carousel and how it was built in 1876. It's the oldest carousel in the country, and it was built on Coney Island, and it moved to Oak Bluffs in 1884. And now I work there and get half off on churros.
Fantastic. That sounds great. Kelly.
I drew pictures too.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not the one grading it. I'm sure that'll be valuable for Mr. Lyman. Kelly Shipley.
And I hand over pristine. It's 2 pages, but in a folder. I am Kelly Shipley, and I wrote my paper on the history of Grand Illumination Night. It was originally a way to welcome the governor of Massachusetts, but we continue it every year. It is a wonderful tradition of the island. My mother works for the Historical Preservation Society.
Oh,
And I sit back down.
that sounds fascinating. Thank you. Okay, and then she kind of looks at the attendance sheet, kind of squints, looks up apologetically, and looks over at Susie. Looks down again. Susie, she says, just call me Susie. Just Susie Zinn. It's like, oh, okay. And Susie hands over her paper and says, mine's about the fishing industry. My parents are fishermen. And Jeff says, yeah, because that's what they did in Vietnam, right? She said, I'm not Vietnamese, Jeff. Okay, that sounds great. And now, oh, there's a handwritten at the bottom. Cliff Doherty. That must be you.
You are correct, ma'am. Just let me find it here. So I've got a big, satchel full of, newspaper clippings and just stuff I just start pulling out. I know it's in here. Hold on. It is. Okay, the Fjord Circling Times, clause make occurrence. Here we go. The Deborsian Orphanage Fire of 1894. Inside Church Job or Cannibals Run Amok. I think the title's pretty self-explanatory, and I expound upon my thesis inside the aforementioned paper.
That is fascinating. That is very fascinating. Okay. Well, now that we've taken attendance and collected all of the papers, she looks through a little bit more. That's all I have. How about we... I have a great idea.
Come on,
We just, you just did all this work on very interesting and fascinating topics about your home. I'm fairly new here. I've only been here about a year or so I'm not a real islander. But I thought maybe we could share stories and legends about the island, because I'm a fan of ghost stories and monster stories and things like that. So I thought maybe we would just go around and talk about our favorite, just legends, if anyone's heard of anything interesting.
Kelly's hand is so high in the sky right now.
Okay. I'm assuming you're in the front, right?
Yeah. Oh, that T-zone somewhere in the front. Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, tell her about the lumber ghost.
No, we got to keep that under wraps for now. I have another ghost story.
Oh, great. Go right ahead.
All right. So, as legend has it, the East Chop Lighthouse is haunted. It is haunted by the ghost of a sailor who was lost, the ghost of a sailor's wife. And every night, she'll climb to the top of the lighthouse, staring out over the ocean for her lost sailor love.
That sounds very romantic. That's
and scary and romantic
and very
scary.
Jenny leans in and says, "I couldn't find anything. You said to look for that. I couldn't find anything about that."
It's okay. I have a book.
Oh.
I'll give it to you.
That's a good one. That's a classic ghost story of sailors and sailors' wives. Here is some trivia. Here is something that I know that is not really about history, but I will share it anyway. Has everyone here heard of a widow walk? Well, yes. Sometimes at the top of your house, there is a little tiny balcony near a window, usually right near the steeple of the house. That is called the widow walk because that is where the sailors' widows would go to look out at the ocean and to see if their husbands would return from sea. I'm not really a history teacher. Does anyone else have any stories that they would like to share? We have 40 minutes. Oh, yes.
I do. So There's a long and historic tradition of pirates and sailors being laid to rest within Mater Scotia. Many more pirates have been laid inside Mater Scotia than outside on the island, as I hear it. And as the legend goes, if you enter Mater Scotia after midnight and try and wait until the sun comes up, you will never be seen again. It is said that Mater Scotia swallows you.
That was the cave. That's the
Yes.
cave you did your eyes. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
so
it's more commonly known as Devil's Deep, but I think the Latin term that I looked up was Mater Scotia.
it's fascinating. That's fascinating. I haven't been to that cave. I should make a note to go out there. I'll look that up.
They also say that maybe there's a pirate treasure in there, but I think you're, much more likely to just get swallowed. I mean, you know what, with tides and everything.
Well, yeah, the tide comes up, the cave fills with water, and everything washes out to sea, right?
No, it probably eats them. This place is weird. Have you guys heard of the water sprite?
Oh no.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. There was a kid, and I can't remember which bridge it was on the island, but he leaned over and they said there's a water sprite in the water, and then he yelled out, water sprite, give us your skin for a drum. And he thought it was really funny, and then the water sprite came out and grabbed him. So if you have the guts, that's what you say when you cross a bridge. I
Any
don't have
bridge?
the guts.
Or just that bridge?
I'm not sure. I heard that the water sprite is a pretty tough customer, though. He works on the weekends, they say.
Does he get free churros?
Not for me, dude. I'd go halvesies if he showed up, though.
With anybody or just the water sprite?
With the water sprite. I'll go 3/4sies with you, Kelly.
Okay.
You didn't ask who pays the 3/4 part.
That's true.
I mean, you're the math lead. You should always know.
I mean, 3/4 of a free churro is free. 3/4 of zero is zero.
If he's going halvesies or 3/4sies, to me, that means he's paying a quarter and you're paying 3/4.
Right,
Maybe I
but I
misunderstood
also
that.
get half off. So you'd actually
that
only
sounds like
be
math.
playing... Yeah.
Wait, so half off of what you already is 3/4? So they pay you to eat this stuff?
Half off what we charge is my price.
So they're $2 and you pay $1.
And then Kelly
So-
pays 75 cents and he pays...
And I pay
25.
25.
Yeah.
So she's
okay.
getting an eighth of a churro for free.
Every time down a
It's
churro.
worth it.
It's kind of because we split it down the middle.
Churro bendito.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to make you.
It suddenly occurs to me that I don't care. Back to the topic at hand, which is cool stuff that has happened on this island. It doesn't involve fried food or increments thereof, divisible, like using the metric system or whatever you. I'm sorry, it's the band thing. I didn't even mean to say anything about the band thing. I mean, it's the
Lumber Ghost.
God. The more I say it, the more I love it. Just rolls off the
I think
tongue.
we're going to have to write a song called
a
Water
haunted
Sprite
wall.
now. Though.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
we are.
Okay.
Is it going to be drumline heavy?
Definitely.
So there's a knock at the classroom door, and it's opened with the knock by Mrs. Brump, the principal, who comes in, looks at the class, kind of smiles a bit, looks to Miss Crenshaw, and stops and furrows her brow, and says, "Who are you?" And she says, "Oh, I'm Miss Crenshaw. I'm the sub that you called for Mr. Lyman. And we just collected some papers and we were doing it." Mrs. Brum says, "No, wait, I didn't call for a substitute. What happened to Mr. Lyman?" Miss Crenshaw kind of smiles a little bit, stacks your papers and puts them in her purse. Says, says, well, I don't know. I just got a call, and I came in because that's what I do. And the principal says, no, look, you didn't stop by the office. You have to come with me. We have to check your credentials.
She's a water sprite.
Miss Crenshaw kind of smiles at you a little bit, puts her bag over her shoulder, starts to walk towards the door. Mrs. Brump says, all right, everyone stay here. I'll be back in a minute to let you know what's happened here. Just Miss Crenshaw, as she walks by, Mrs. Brump turns and grabs her around the neck, pulls her out of the classroom, and shuts the door.
Oh my goodness.
That wasn't weird at all.
Deeply concerning. And she has my paper.
She has everybody's paper. She has all the information about the whole island.
And she was flat out collecting a check for just having us engage in random conversation. Lame.
But she's choking the. Are we ignoring?
There's a squeal
She's choking
from
the
outside the
principal.
door, and a loud thump against
Yes.
the door as though someone was thrown against it, and then falls to the ground right outside.
We got to open the door.
Well, yeah,
What?
we're rushing to the door.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Is this classroom adjourned
Yeah.
by anything else? Can we go to another classroom and get out into the hallway?
So you are on the first floor. The blinds were drawn. They were closed when you came in. I'm pretty sure that someone at some point has climbed out the window before in the time that you've been at this school. So you do know that that is physically possible.
Does the door
I
open?
need to I'm going to go open the door.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you open the door and Mrs. Brump falls into the room unconscious.
Is she bleeding?
She's
Is she
not-
breathing?
Is there a phone in the classroom?
I'm looking
Somebody
out in the
check
hall.
and see if
I'm
she's
looking
breathing.
For Miss Crenshaw.
You're stepping out.
I look out in the hall. You know, I don't
Yeah.
jump out, but I'm sure I can lean out over the body.
As you lean out, you see her as she, running down the hall, passes a corner just up ahead. So she's now out of sight.
Interesting.
Is there a
Dude,
phone
she's
in
running
the
away.
classroom that
Well,
connects
let's-
like an
let's get her,
outside
CJ.
line phone?
There is a phone. It doesn't connect to outside, but it connects to the office.
Okay, I pick up the phone to connect to the office.
Okay. Starts
She's
to ring.
around the corner. You're on skates. You catch her. I'll catch up. And I start running
Okay.
behind him in the hall.
I'll skate after her.
Okay, so you have, so, one second. So, like, CJ runs out. Chance, let's say you have your skates in your bag. So do you
I
want
was thinking he just never takes
He never
them
took
off.
them off.
Like-
Yeah.
Well, I think that after
Is that
a couple
problematic?
years of the janitorial staff complaining, they make
Okay, then I'll just run.
So you two leave. Kelly is on the phone that is ringing, but no one seems to be picking up. So CJ and Chance going down the hall, roll me a brains.
Well, this is not my strong suit. We've already determined this. I got a 6.
Me too.
6s.
Okay, 6s. So you run down the hallway, and as you make the turn, you notice that the door to the janitor's closet is open, and there is some red liquid coming out of it onto the floor.
Oh, investigate.
And Miss Crenshaw
Hey.
is not in sight. She's not in the hallway.
Are the ding-dongs we've been yelling at, who are the two toughs that are making fun of our non-existent band?
So we can go from you guys back to the classroom, where Jeff has stood up and said, "All right, I'm in charge. Everyone's going to listen to what I say. Kelly, just hang up the phone. We're just going to walk down to the office, and we're gonna let everyone know that Miss Brump is dead. That she's just dead here on the floor. So we just have to leave because the police are going to come and they're going to investigate, and we can't touch anything. We just have to go."
That is a brilliant idea. Way to take charge, Jeff.
Yeah. So
Did
no one.
anybody actually check to see if she really was dead, though? Not just passed out?
And then Tommy's like, I mean, I'm a Boy Scout. I know how to check whatever. I know.
Did you even feel for her pulse?
Check
Jeff is
cold
just
care,
kind of
bro. Check
stunned
cold
there.
care.
Let's be honest, she didn't have much of one normally. So as soon as Jeff and Scott and the rest of the Happy Fun Brigade are marched holding hands down the hallway,
Well, is everyone following Jeff's lead?
hell
Is
no,
anyone
because I have an
checking?
evac bag
No.
ready, not 2 doors down from here for just such an emergency, man. I got this place loaded with ways to get out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay with the principal.
Okay. Well, Jeff says I'm not. And Scott gets up. It's like, yeah, we should, I guess, go to the office. And Jeff grabs Holly's hand. Said, yeah, we should go. Sinead's like, yeah, teacher's dead. No school. So that leaves just a couple of people in the class, but most of them are gone. I think just Jenny and Susie would probably leave. Like, yeah, let's get away from the body. Tommy's still there because he's just like, I mean, I know how to check for a pulse, but nobody asked me. Nobody ever asked me. So the rest of you are still in the room.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go out in the hallway, go down by the janitor's closet where the soda machine, the old soda machine they just have stashed in the corner that sold like Mountain Dad and other off-brand stuff. And I've got 2 of the abandoned, forgotten fire axes that the place used to have behind glass. I've got them stashed over there, and I will bring them back.
Is that
Okay.
the janitor's closet with all the blood coming out of it?
Because that's where we are.
Because that's where we are. Jonah?
It can be. So, as Jeff leads everyone out, and Cliff kind of leaves right behind them, but certainly not with them. Go back to CJ and Chance. You're in the hallway. The door is cracked open a little bit. There's red on the floor. What do you do?
Well, we got to peek around the corner.
Yeah, we're there are 2 heads kind of looking through the crack of the door or whatever around,
All right, roll me brains.
I knew you were gonna say that. Why don't we ever bring the mathlete?
5.
8. That means it blows up, right?
Yeah.
I got an 11. Total.
Chance, how'd you do?
Oh, I got a 5.
Chance, you certainly see that Mr. Lyman looks like he's dead and stuffed into the janitor's closet. CJ, you see that there is something in his hand.
Do I see like kind of like a knife, like a?
No, it's
like
kind of small. Maybe it's like a piece of metal. Maybe it's a piece of stone. There's something from where you are. It's kind of mostly covered by his hand, but you definitely see that he's grasping onto something.
Oh man, I'm trying to look at my flaw, and there's self-pitying and insecure, not curious idiot. Chance, what's that in his hand? Is that metal? Is that stone? What is that?
Here, I just go grab it.
So you're opening the door fully.
Yeah, I've got treasure hunter.
Okay. So
Whoa! What are you guys doing? Hold on, at least be
So
honest for this.
So this is also the hallway, the direct route to the office. So as you open the door and start to look for what's in his hand, you hear Jeff and the rest of the class coming up behind, but they haven't quite gotten around the corner yet. So you have like a couple of seconds before they turn the corner.
I'm going to grab whatever it is and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna step around the corner as I watch him doing this, and I go, "You guys, somebody killed Mr. Lyman. He's in the janitor's closet."
Okay, Clarence, says Jeff. And he just like walks by and then stops outside the janitor's closet, which you guys have left the door open, and says,
"What's the matter, Draganza? Clarence got your tongue? Somebody killed Mr. Lyman and stuffed him in the janitor's closet."
well, he's sort of stunned, but Scott is right behind him and says, oh my God, and just takes off running for the office. Holly covers her mouth and starts to cry a little bit. And that is when Cliff comes around the corner, as everyone is standing around the closet looking at their dead teacher.
Cliff, Scott just went to the office. We need to make sure somebody calls the police because Mr. Lyman's dead, and I think they might have killed Miss Brump. I don't know. Do you know if she's all right?
I haven't seen her. I just got back from the other down by the bathrooms. Here, grab one of these. So it's basically just a busted up, like really crappy excuse for a hatchet. Secondly, which way did Scott go? The office, you said?
Off to the office.
Okay. Where no one was answering the phone, right?
Where
In
no
the
one
middle
is
of, the middle of school hour. Okay. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I know another way out of here. You guys want to avoid the office all the way together? Because there's a service conduit just like around the corner.
Aren't we supposed to wait for the police?
And
Dude, there's murderers about.
And do what exactly? Explain to them how we managed to get dead ourselves? No, we're leaving.
I think that's a good idea. We got to save the band.
Well, if we're gonna save the band, then we gotta go back and get Phaedra and Kelly.
Ah, crap. God, you're right. God. All right.
We could open for Pablo Cruz. This is serious.
You're right. We're earning it. We're being tested. It's like the stranger in a strange land theorem in Joseph Campbell's often quoted writings that were heavily influential on Star Trek. I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
Are you running yet?
So giving the office a very wide berth because if I was going to take this place out, that's where I'd start as administration. So whatever's happening here, no.
The three of you you're going back to the classroom?
Yeah.
We're going to go get the girls, yeah.
Okay. The rest of the kids in your class are kind of stunned and
They
standing
say it
in the
like-
hallway.
They say it like we're gonna go get the girls. I'm like, I'm gonna go get, more bodies around me. Their protection.
Benny and Susie just run. Then they realize that Holly's not running, so they go back and grab her and pull her, running out of the building. Janae seems to be not very stunned at all in seeing a dead body and is maybe kind of interested in this, but definitely doesn't want to stand around. She grabs Jeff and pulls him away as well. So back to the classroom. Everyone's run out. No one is answering the phone. What do you guys do?
So I stand up and I say, does anyone know how to check for a pulse and make sure she's actually dead?
Tommy kind of nods. Yeah, I do. Oh.
Well, go do it.
Oh. Yeah, okay. And gets up, kind of walks over, kneels down, takes his compass out of his pocket, rubs it a little bit, holds it up to her mouth. Yeah, she's breathing. He does definitely. I'm not gonna touch her, but she's still breathing.
Okay, well, let's pull her in the room and like not step on her all the time and make her comfortable.
I mean, I'm not gonna touch her.
Get out of the way. I'll do it.
I mean,
Somebody, Kelly, come over here and help me.
I'll go over and help. She's not strong.
Well,
Kelly, your band name.
the two of us
Needs help moving a body. Come on.
grab her
Appreciation.
under the armpit and
Right.
just pull her a few feet. We don't have to like move her real far.
The
Okay.
door,
Get her out of the doorway.
the door opens inward anyway, right? She fell against it and opened it, so just keep dragging her in the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And then we will push the whatever pile of desks and other random stuff we got up in front of the door, and I can still get us out of here.
so both of you roll brawn as you try to drag her.
Okay, so I rolled a 4, which means it explodes on a D4, and I roll it again.
Yep.
I got a 9.
A total of 5.
5. Phaedra?
9.
9. Yeah. Kelly, you've never felt this strong before. It might be the adrenaline. But the two of you pull her so hard that you totally untuck her blouse from her skirt. And both of you certainly notice what you just did.
Oops. Pull that down quick. Hurry. Oh my God, look at that bra. Oh.
At this point, we walk
Polyester.
in wondering
Oh,
why they're looking at our
jeez.
dead teacher's bra.
Oh.
You're looking at our dead teacher or principal's bra?
I didn't want to. I promise. Oh my gosh.
She's looking at a real-world item to calm herself. She's using it as a focus.
So
Fix that shirt.
you
Oh my
arrive back in the room, and what's happening now?
Unless anyone's got any strong protestations against it, can we please do Night of the Living Dead style and get this desk up in front of this door?
All right, I shut the door.
I'm on
Let's help him get this desk in front of the door.
So, Cliff starts to give the barricading the door instructions, and as he does, the fire alarm goes off. So you have about 3 or 4 seconds before the other classroom doors open and students start coming out in the hallway, and see your door open and the unconscious principal on the floor as you are all standing around her.
Doing our best to disrobe her as we toss her body around.
We all pointed.
We're re-robing. Re-robing.
Guys, let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to sound, morbid, but more bodies in the hallways is less chance for whatever's coming after us. You know what I'm saying? Luck of the draw.
Are we going out the window or what? What are we
There's
doing?
a fire escape down to here, and it'll just put us down behind the potting sheds. It's no problem.
You're on the first floor.
Just
We're
right
just
there.
gonna leave the principal right here? What if Miss What's-Her-Face comes back to finish the job?
She can't get through our impenetrable fortress of desk.
Okay, all right, fine. But then no one will find her to help her get better. All right, we can tell somebody about it later. Let's go.
Lumber ghost.
We'll write a song about it later is what we'll do. Let's go.
Okay, all right.
We're all going to prison.
So you did barricade the classroom door?
Yep.
So there are a couple of students that maybe you didn't recognize from
No,
5th
wait.
grade.
Wait. They saw an open door in us, and now we're going to barricade a door?
No. We
I am
barricaded
not
that.
helping.
We
Hey, I'm
barricaded it before they.
confused.
They
I'm
were
confused. We barricaded ourselves. It's just us and Timmy or Tommy or whatever in the classroom
yeah.
with the teacher, and the fire alarm just went off.
So the alarm started going off like as Cliff got out the instructions to shut the door. 5th graders started getting out into the hallway, and a couple of them got a glimpse into the room before the door got shut.
Okay.
Well, then let's not barricade the door. I'll. Tommy, tell them what happened. Let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah, leave Tommy here with her.
I don't even know what happened. What happened? I mean, I don't know.
Tell them what you know happened.
I don't know.
Okay.
The weird, creepy substitute pulled her into the hall,
But the-
and when the door opened again, she was unconscious.
But the school's on fire. I don't want to wait here.
That's a good point.
That is it. You make some good points.
Somebody help
Okay.
me carry her out. We're not leaving her here. Let's go.
Fine.
Is there an AV cart in the room?
Nice.
Oh, good
Nice.
idea.
I am certain there is
Let's
with
put her
with that big
drunken
old school
mule
projector
style.
on it.
Yep.
Let's,
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. The projector
Let's-
is floor bound as we are placing Miss Brump on the projector cart.
Who's
Yeah.
lifting her?
And inventing the song Mrs. Brump on the top-loading VCR.
This is going to be a team effort, I think.
Well, considering we're rolling her outside out the window to
I'll
the.
push.
All right.
Okay, so you're
Anybody else?
putting her onto the AV cart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody trying to get her up off the floor and onto the cart. Roll brawn.
I got a 1. I am not as strong
Yes, we should all help.
as Kelly.
5.
Well, I rolled a 1 that time also, my friend.
4.
So I'm the strongest one.
All right.
Do we get to all add them
4.
together?
4 as well.
Yeah. Okay. So what we haven't done so far is add on the adversity tokens when folks have failed rolls.
Oh, I get to add 1 because Braun is a +1. So that means I get a total of 2.
Okay. So we'll get better about the adversity token. So this first attempt did not go well. Nobody really wanted to grab a hold of her, and nobody had a good grip. And she kind of came up, but her butt never really left the floor. And then she kind of dropped back down. But if all of you spend adversity tokens that we didn't actually add in, you can get her up there the second time.
Will she be clothed by the time we get her to the final rest?
Yeah, she was untucked again that time. I think a shoe came off.
A shoe won't bother anybody. All right. I will spend my adversity token that I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. All right, you guys have her up on top of the AV cart.
Now we could just use her like a battering ram to haul ass down the hallways.
We're just getting her out of there safely. Somebody open the door.
Right.
Who opens the door?
I'll open the door.
All right, roll brains.
8.
Yeah, see if you can figure it out, Phaedra.
That'll be great.
3.
All right, seems fine. Seems like a good idea. There are still students wandering around the hallway. You're the first to see them.
Smell smoke?
Well, she rolled. The way she rolled, she did not smell smoke.
Even though she's on fire.
All right, well then I'm pushing her out
well.
in the hall. Let's get her out of the building.
Maybe we should wet her down first.
Cliff, what's the
Well,
nearest
wait.
exit?
Hey, what if we just...
Yeah, take a right. Take a right.
Guys, what if we just put her out there and give her to the other kids who are in the hallway? Hey, look, she got hurt. Take her to the office.
Principal.
A bunch of fifth
And we'll
graders.
run the other way.
The fifth
will
graders
trade
are
you
gone.
this-
These are the third graders
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh.
Trade you
believe-
this
don't
principal
believe-
for your tater tots.
That's right.
All right, that was
We
good.
would have been out here sooner, but we were busy trying to save her.
Yes,
As some
exactly.
other fifth graders will corroborate our story.
See? I'm the responsible one.
So you hand her over to the third graders.
Yeah, that's
No.
responsible.
I
Now
No.
we push her like
Tell
a
me the
shopping
quickest
cart.
way
Yeah,
out.
exactly. We've got her on the odds are very good that there are prolonged hallways that we can just keep rolling her out onto the main quad or whatnot and just get away from the building, because that's probably where we fire drill anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You guys do have the fire exit route memorized.
Yeah. We just happen to have an unconscious, choked out principal with us.
Yep.
I'm gonna hedge my bet, man. Is she? Listen. Is she breathing?
Roll a brains. Target of 4. I got to start telling you your targets.
13.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get real close, and she coughs on you.
Okay, that was unwarranted. Thank you very much for that.
Just kiss her next time, Cliff.
Yeah, weirdo, what are you doing?
You know what? My foot slipped. Stop.
All right.
God.
Everybody roll flight. Target of 6.
Impossible for me. I got a 4.
3. You got a 4? Did you roll a 4?
Yes, that's with a +1.
Oh, okay.
You.
Yeah. Is there a hole that I could dig myself into and bury me and this one behind me?
Oh wow. Okay. So nobody hit their target? Okay. Now that you're out in the hallway, you all definitely smell smoke coming from the direction ahead of you on the escape route.
There's got to be another exit.
This was the primary exit, man. The other way is past the.
What's your backup plan, Cliff?
You are holding it right now, sir. My backup plan was a defensible perimeter where we had a pilot.
Guys, there's always more than one exit. It's a school. They can't just have one place to get out. Turn around, go the other way. Come on.
Hello,
I
orphanage
turned the
fire.
When you say orphanage fire, the group of 8 third graders around you start to cry.
The buildings were built around the same era. Hello.
It was almost 100 years ago. Get over it.
And we gotta go. We can only go a direction that has ramps.
I turned the cart around, like Phaedra said, and just start pushing it fast.
Everybody roll brains.
Oh, jeez. I mean, yeah, sure.
Target of 3.
We get
I
some
got
momentum.
a 3. That's all I got.
I rolled a
5.
4.
1,
5.
5.
1.
So everybody
0, 20,
Every-
natural 20.
Everybody who got less than 3, we got to remember to put a little check mark down for adversity token. And since everybody failed the one before that, we got a token for that as well. Okay. So those of you who made it are pretty sure that there's no way out that ahead of you in this direction that doesn't have stairs. Who got the highest?
20 right here.
You rolled a 20.
Yes, I did.
So you actually remember you could, if you go up here and turn right, and then right again, and then left, you could get out through the gym.
Fair enough. I was just thinking of putting her, just hoofing her up onto the banister and sliding her down like a Vienna sausage, but whatever. Done.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Hey, is Tommy with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't know what's going on. They're also
Yeah, not
8
surprised.
Third graders. 8 third graders are behind you as well.
Oh.
Tommy,
Tommy
you
probably
shepherd the
falls
little
back
guys.
Yeah, send him with the kids.
Send me where?
Just keep them coming.
Just
Okay.
follow
Go
the
through
third
the
graders.
go through the gym.
All right. I'm an Eagle Scout.
Go to the gym.
This way.
What's the Eagle Scouts credo? Just remind yourself.
Save the kids.
That's it.
Tommy, you're not an Eagle Scout in 8th grade. That's impossible.
Whatever, I'm going to be an Eagle
Quit
Scout.
telling people that.
Tommy's corralling the 3rd graders.
Doing a fine job of it, I must say. Meanwhile, Operation Natural 20 to get this woman down and out the back way to the cafeteria. What was the gym, you say?
The gym.
Yes. Nothing bad ever happens in the gym during a fire. Let's go there.
Class.
Oh, right, with Jeff and Scott. Oh, God, those guys.
Guys, there's like 18 doors outside from the gym. Come on, hurry up.
That's true. Have you seen Carrie? Whatever. All right.
Who's got the hatchets?
I got one.
Okay.
I'm pushing our sleeping principal with one arm as best I can, and wielding an axe badly in the other hand.
I'm gonna be pushing from a side with a hand on the principal so she doesn't roll off.
Nice.
So because you rolled the 20, you get down the hallway, everyone's doing fine. Make a turn, everyone's doing fine. And about the hallway before you get to the gym, you remember the conversation about how something weird happened at the dance and nobody quite knew what it was. You remember that one guy at the harbor told you about some weird smell?
Oh, yes.
As you get closer to the gym, you're starting to smell something kind of gross.
I believe he specifically said straight from Satan's backside.
Does it smell like that?
Which one
Like
of you
Satan.
guys farted? Come on.
Oh, God.
I point at the not yet a corpse.
She could be releasing.
Oh, that smell. Oh, God, where's it coming from?
Now, is it chemical? In my little conspiratory brain, are we being gassed right now, or is this just a naturally occurring, like a sulfur-based rot smell?
Yeah, you probably, that one of the first thing that comes to mind is zombies. Like some kind of graveyard rot.
All right. This is the stink of flesh.
What do we do, guys?
Have you stopped or are you still moving?
No, we're still moving.
Still moving.
Yeah,
I mean, there's smoke in the hallways. We can't go back that way.
exactly. And now we've got a trail of little kids behind us that I'm starting to feel accountable for. So we got to keep moving forward. I would, you know what? In a pinch, I'd have to say I'd let her burn over keeping these kids trapped in here if she's going to keep slowing us down. I'm going to try and wake her ass up. Hey, you got choked out. Charles Bronson comes back from this all the time. Come on.
So you're going to try to slap her awake?
Yes.
Roll a brawn.
Yeah. I mean, no.
And just in time for some more 5th graders to come around the corner and see you beating on her.
A target of 6.
Okay. I stand a chance. I don't stand a chance. Nope. 3.
Okay.
No.
The 3rd graders just watch you smacking the principal in the face. And since we haven't slowed down, you're now at that those doors. Actually, the handles are on this side. The push handles to open would be on the other side. So this side to enter the gymnasium has those brass handles with the little trigger on the top.
Classic. And they don't lock them in between classes or anything?
No.
That's illegal.
Yep.
I'll open.
Yep.
All right.
Does this AV cart have the little black Velcroed on drape? Like the little arts and crafts drape that runs around the outside of the like a skirt, like an on or on a table?
I'm sure it does. Do you need it?
Is there room? How big is the cart itself? Could I hold a couple kids in there?
No. Miss Brump's legs are bending at the knee and her head is sort of lolled back. You open the door to the gymnasium? Anything before you open the door? Is that what happened?
I believe that's Chance was already doing it.
Okay. Chance is not like super smart.
You open up the door to your gymnasium. Everyone roll a brains.
Do we have a target number? Is it
Yeah.
bigger than 1?
It is bigger than 1. It is.
Yep. I get an adversity token.
It's
I'm
Five.
getting a different 8-sided die is what
Yeah.
I'm getting.
it's a 5.
Got a
Ooh, I got
9.
5.
16.
What? Anyone between 5 and 16?
15. Sorry, I was muted.
15. Okay. So everybody sees that the dance decorations are all still up, that this gymnasium has not been cleaned since the dance. Nothing has been changed. When you open the doors, the smell really rolls out into the hallway, the smell of rot.
Ugh.
Cliff and Kelly zero directly in on someone standing at the other end of the auditorium, sort of kneeling before the bleachers, which are still pulled out. She's got short brown hair, slacks, and wearing a blouse.
You talking about Miss Crenshaw here?
I think we are.
Yeah.
What is she? What is she doing?
Guys, I can't get in if you don't let me in. I can't push this cart in unless you let me in. You gotta get out of the way.
Right when you opened the door, it looked like she was kneeling right in front of the bleachers. As you sort of pause there, and CJ says, "I can't get in," she looks up, looks over at you guys, kind of stands. She is on the other side of the room,
Right.
so she's not super close. Cliff and Kelly notice that she does still have her bag slung over her shoulder. You're probably too far away to see what it is exactly that she's holding in her right hand.
Where she was, I realize this is all happening in very quick succession, but where she was kneeling, what was she kneeling in?
So what comes to
Is it where it
mind?
was stinking up the joint?
No, that you from where you are, you don't see something like a pool of liquid or something like that. Just a messy floor, streamers, the table from concessions, not concessions, like where the punch bowl and cookies were, that's still set up, though the punch and cookies are gone. The place has debris still scattered around, but from where you are, it doesn't look like you can't quite tell what she was doing there.
I turn and say to the group, the lady that stole our papers and choked our principal, she's in there.
I could tell which one you think is the more egregious crime.
Is there another way out that we can send the third graders and what's the other ding dong's name?
Tommy?
Oh, Tommy the
Yeah.
the scout.
Do kitchens have another exit?
From where you are, she is across the gymnasium on the other side of the room, like directly in front. If you turn right, unless someone trips on something, you can probably make it to the doors that go outside. If she started running full speed, you could probably get outside before she got to you. So
Is she wearing high heels? What kind of shoes is she wearing?
flats?
Flats. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Slacks and flats. And a blouse.
To go with
She
her,
knew she was going to be running from her.
comfortable shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, this must be her first job.
Basically, she could have got away if she was inclined, and she specifically has not gone outside. I would like to make some sort of an idea concept.
Okay. Brains.
I do have local brains.
Now you can do that while someone else sort of declares like an action. If someone wants to like start running, you can do that, or you can tell everyone, "Wait, stop, let me think of this thing."
No, I'm not gonna. My only concern is for the little kids right now.
Mhm.
I thought what I would do is sprint forward and try and draw her on me and make my way. Like you said, unless I fall or choke or suck, I should be able to get to that primary exit door, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Based on 14. Okay. That was
Okay.
my idea.
Yeah. That is your
What does
idea, and you're pretty sure
what is
that would work.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm just going to blindly rush ahead of everybody else, not because I'm brave, but because I'm desperate. And just rush for that door and try and get her to follow me over there, away from the third graders.
Okay. You rush in. Do you give instructions to anyone?
man, just get the kids out of here.
Tommy says, yeah, okay, kids, let's go. And Tommy leads the kids out. Miss Crenshaw doesn't move. She's watching.
Okay. In which case, I will smugly stand up, kind of make a big show of wiping off my dusty hands, and going over to the closest door to me and throwing it open and letting a bunch of the sunlight inside here. There's
Okay.
more doors, guys.
Yeah.
Trust me, you get light on her, she's not coming at you.
She's not moving at all. There's also the fog from earlier is still there. So you're not getting direct sunlight. Somehow the sun has not chased away the fog. But she's
So
not
what
moving.
it really looks like is I smugly go through all this stuff, march my way over there, grab the door with a bunch of just pomp and circumstance, and a waft of like gray smoke comes in.
Well,
Should I kill myself now?
I'm pushing the cart across
Yeah.
as fast as I can without falling down.
I'm with you.
Yeah, headed to the door.
Everybody who wants out can get out. Who is the last one in the room?
Lock eyes with her. It would have worked. That it would have worked.
She smiles.
I have a lot of grit, and I'm worried about maybe I,
Okay.
stay behind with Cliff and make sure everybody else gets out first.
So you're okay. Everyone's gone except for the two of you. She smiles and says, "Well, maybe next time." And you can see that what's in her hand is a pretty long knife. She kind of tosses it up in the air, flips around a little. She catches it by the handle, says, "But you can go now, and you probably should."
By the way, Jeff Treganza lives at 1314 17 Elm Avenue.
The Lumber Ghost Mysteries features Jason Adair as Chance, Mars Homeworld as Cliff, Mikey Mason as CJ, Mary Stack as Kelly, Kirsten Vaughn as Phaedra, and I am Jonah Knight. The Lumber Ghost Mysteries is based on the game Kids on Bikes. Kids on Bikes was written by Jonathan Gilmore and Doug Lewandowski, co-published by Hunters Entertainment and Renegade Game Studios. Find out more about the game at renegadegamestudios.com. Original art for the Lumber Ghost Mysteries by Mikey Mason. Additional art used courtesy of Hunters Entertainment. Our theme song was written by Jonah Knight and Mars Homeworld. Additional music composed by Mars Homeworld. The Lumber Ghost Mysteries is produced by ActualStoryPodcasting.com. Find out more about this show and others that we produce by visiting ActualStoryPodcasting.com.
Lumber Ghost.
If I could take away one thing from this whole scenario, we could make a whole concept album out of this.